Well, it's funny what kind of people are attracted to. You know, I'm just trying to keep the main thing. The main thing is that's basketball, trying to win games, sticking up for my teammates.
Making it known, like if the refs aren't going to handle it, I will handle it.
Yeah, you know, I think that's just who I am. It's my personality.
It wasn't on the court that Caitlin Clark just pulled off the most surprising assist of her career. She stunned everyone by focusing attention on her colleague Sophie Cunningham when everyone else was celebrating her $25 million Nike agreement. The WNBA was rocked by what transpired next, which also changed the definition of star power.
Top WNBA pick Caitlin Clark, her first pro game, 10 days away, but even before she makes her pro debut, she has a major Nike deal on the line.
There was no buzzer beater here. A power play took place. An unexpected move that not only rocked the WNBA, but also silenced it.
Well, Caitlin Clark could be breaking another record, this time with an endorsement deal. The Associated Press says Clark will soon be signing an 8-year, $28 million contract with Nike.
Nike and Caitlin Clark recently inked a $25 million contract. Yes, $2 million. Not only is that the largest sneaker contract in WNBA history, but it also exceeds the salary that certain NBA veterans are earning. Only a few months into her debut season, she accomplished this feat for weeks. That alone would have made headlines. However, Caitlin didn't end there. Because the true twist wasn't the money or even the distinctive shoe, she turned the script in a way that nobody could have predicted. She will have her own line, though. What she did next was truly amazing, and it had nothing to do with her.
Referees, are they ever gonna call a foul? Y'all gonna call a foul? Did you swallow your whistle?
Caitlin brought her teammate Sophie Cunningham to what appeared to be a low-key Nike event in Indianapolis after they signed the contract. Sophie believed it to be a straightforward brand celebration, possibly involving a picture session or a press opportunity. There had never been anything like what she walked into in the WNBA. It became dark in the room. On the large screen, a brief film rolled. Caitlin's journey from her Iowan childhood to the WNBA storm she's been enduring. The people who supported her, the doubters, the sold-out arenas, the buzzer beaters, and the criticism.
Their best record in over 10 years.
Next, Caitlin receives a personalized gold-stitched jersey from Nike, something that only legends receive. However, Caitlin turns to Sophie and says, "This isn't just for me." Rather than putting it on, this is dedicated to all women who come up, put up a strong fight, and defend their team. Then it strikes.
It's really hard to develop a boldly disruptive shoe on Zoom.
And then rolling that into what will be her shoe later in the year.
Caitlin asked Nike to honor her in more than one way. She stated to Nike, "I want Sophie with me in this because the girl never takes favors for granted."
This was, I believe, Caitlin Clark's last game in the WNBA. And then also, of course, the WNBA All-Star Game had 3.4 million viewers, and that's the most watched WNBA.
A box containing a personalized Sophie Cunningham Player Edition sneaker in Indiana Fever colors with the words, "No backing down," sewn on the heel and a contract or subbed agreement attached that was subject to Caitlin's own endorsement rules emerged. Caitlin was responsible for this. She gave Sophie a bit of the limelight and a piece of the pie by using her own negotiating skills. Now, take a moment to process that.
Attendance when it comes to viewership, when it comes to jersey sales, when it comes to merch sales, it's going to be the biggest that we have seen.
Because loyalty is not only uncommon, but also dangerous in a league where players compete for contracts, attention, and playing time. When the lights were at their worst, Caitlin Clark remembered who was there for her. She made a purposeful, understated gesture that said a lot when other celebrities might have celebrated alone. "I'll ride for you if you ride for me." Why, then, Sophie? Why her?
Speak up and speak out. At this point, they don't even care if we speak out.
Caitlin Clark, currently the face of the WNBA, yes.
Because it wasn't all cheers when Caitlin joined the league. She entered a league that was extremely aggressive, a media frenzy, and constant drama, particularly from players like Angel Ree and Denai Carrington, who made headlines attempting to denigrate her. However, one player persisted in standing by her side, calling fouls, defending herself, and speaking up. Sophie Cunningham was that person.
She did it in a way that she wasn't going to injure JC. She was just making it known, like, if the refs aren't going to handle it, I will handle it.
She turned as Clark's go-to teammate for dirty labor, standing in the line of fire to allow Caitlin to shoot freely and acting as his enforcer. Caitlin remembered it and didn't wait for a marketing team to instruct her on how to express gratitude. This had to do with loyalty, respect, and redefining what authority in women's sports entails.
People view Caitlin Clark, and whether people view that the WNBA needs to protect Caitlin Clark, the golden goose of a league, as which she is being called.
Additionally, Nike was purchasing the narrative and culture in addition to her jump shot. Caitlin moves people. She doesn't just post numbers. She breaks records, sells out arenas, and, above all, leads with courage and quiet, taking deeds that make a big impression without uttering a word.
Again, we don't know how bad it is.
For this reason, Nike outperformed Under Armour, Adidas, and Puma. They've seen her abilities on the court, but more significantly, they witnessed her potential for growth. Additionally, this $25 million move with a dash of altruism may be her greatest help to date. This is where everything became sentimental. For example, assume it's allergies and grab a towel. Sentimental.
Number 1 and 2 in every offensive stat. She's hitting more threes this season than Steph Curry did in his first MVP season.
Thus, Nike presents Caitlin Clark with this exquisite gold-stitched jersey that is custom-made and has a royal feel. The type of item that is framed and displayed next to awards. Everybody is applauding. There are rolling cameras. The room is exploding with excitement. It's you, Caitlin. She doesn't wear it, though.
Going to do when you come into our house. It was an intentional foul. It was a hard foul. She brought her down.
Not at all. After holding it for a brief moment, Caitlin turns to Sophie Cunningham and says, "This isn't just for me." In the most composed mic drop in sports history. This is dedicated to all women who come up, put up a strong fight, and defend their team. Let it marinate.
Her ability to step up in big moments. When the bright lights are on, Caitlin Clark is also on.
She then opens a glass display cabinet. Indeed, Sophie is still unaware of what is going on at this time. Caitlin takes a box out. A sentence that could only be Sophie's is sewn in large letters on the heel of a custom Sophie P sneaker, which is obviously filled with fever colors. Don't back down.
This was, I believe, Caitlin Clark's last game.
And that's not all. Clark utilized her own Nike deal to construct a sub-deal for Sophie, which was a real contract under Caitlin's endorsement umbrella in addition to those trainers. Not a shout-out for a promotion, not a cosign. An actual business decision that formally includes Sophie in the brand agreement. Let's assume Sophie was finished.
Tears.
Startle. The realization that someone witnessed everything you did when no one else was around, and that they not only remembered, but also made sure the rest of the world would.
Not blame Sophie at all. Like, I have her back.
Here's the problem, though. Some may have questioned, why Sophie? For example, why would the most well-known rookie in the game, Caitlin, utilize her first significant endorsement agreement to draw attention to someone else? Here's why, though. Since Sophie has been a member of that squad, the person who flings herself into every scrap, the person who responds to reporters when they go too far, the person who makes sure Caitlin doesn't fall to the ground again by taking pictures of birds you can't even see on camera.
So we know the new Caitlin Clark Nike shoes came out, and they sold out. It was rumored that 13,000 pairs of Caitlin Clark's new Nike basketball sneakers were being sold on June 30th.
Caitlin is aware that she couldn't have made it thus far by herself. Sophie remained strong in a league full of egos, wounded elbows, and cameras staring at her from all sides. She wasn't trying to make headlines. She was seeking safety and confidence.
Maybe I'm biased here, but I'm going to give you guys my straight up honest opinion on this. She bear hugged her, took her to the ground. Yes, it was intentional. It was absolutely intentional. It was, to me, payback for what was happening the entire.
She took on the role of unofficial bodyguard for Caitlin. Don't mess with my inexperienced enforcer. She has muscle. And you witnessed that if you attended even a few Fever games this season. Sophie appeared each time someone attempted to frighten Caitlin. She will occasionally practically hurl herself into traffic.
Making it known, like, if the refs aren't going to handle it, I will handle it.
Despite this, Sophie never made it about her, never went on a tirade, and never demanded credit. Caitlyn did as a result. People talk about the plays I make, but Sophie makes the plays no one sees, she once stated in an interview. She also made sure that everyone could see her in that Nike room. The fact that this has never been done before means that it goes beyond merely 2 players and a pair of trainers. Rookies have landed deals. Veterans have made money. However, no rookie in league history has ever put another player on a monstrous deal.
It's going to change. And not much is going to change until there's literally a shift in how they view the WNBA, how they view good basketball on the court.
The plan was just altered by Caitlin Clark. She completely changed the discourse about what influence and power look like in women's sports. She didn't take more to show off. She showed off by providing more.
And I'm here to tell you, it is not a good moment in the fan base. Fans are quiet online. A lot of people starting to look like they're reselling their All-Star tickets.
And there is an instantaneous rippling effect. Colleagues were in awe. Thomas, Alyssa. Yes, that's what Fever employees heard Alyssa saying. Sophie just got the kind of shine from her that most of us don't get throughout our lives. She didn't even blink, either. You can't make that part. After that, the locker room altered in terms of unity. Rookie began to observe the manifestation of loyalty. Veterans began to reconsider what using your platform meant. And everyone on the team began to walk a little taller.
They had other ads and things that came out, but since then, it has been crazy.
Since this was more than just a business ploy, it was a reset of culture. If you ride for me, I'll ride for you, Caitlyn stated rather clearly. No marketing staff faking the story, no ego. Just one player rewarding another's devotion with her moment. It's not common, and it's revolutionary in the WNBA. Yes, $25 million is a significant sum, but what Caitlyn accomplished with it was invaluable.
Caitlin Clark has created more buzz around the basketball landscape and has actually transformed and revived a league that was the WNBA, and she is getting paid a measly $28 million.
You'll see that Nike wasn't merely purchasing Caitlin Clark's jump shot at this point. A movement was being purchased by them. Although Clark has a range that extends halfway to the parking lot, Nike noticed something much more significant than her highlight reels and logo threes. A cultural force was visible to them. A rookie who chooses to lead differently, not with dazzle, but with loyalty, in a league full of personalities, politics, and pressure, values as well as talent. In reality, Nike was paying for that.
God, they get Caitlin Clark. She's injured for 2 weeks. All of a sudden, attendance goes down.
Because, let's face it, what rookie in any sport says, I'll sign the deal, but I'm bringing my teammate with me, as they gaze across the table at a billion-dollar brand? That's just what Caitlyn accomplished. She stated to Nike, if I'm going to wear the swoosh, I want Sophie Cunningham standing next to me. Nike accepted it rather than only nodding. Allowing Caitlyn to include Sophie in her endorsement was a brilliant marketing move rather than a thoughtful gesture. Authenticity, sisterhood, and loyalty all sell. In a sports world full with canned PR and meaningless phrases, that is gold.
Ability to step up in big moments. When the bright lights are on, Caitlin Clark is also on.
This move has just opened the floodgates, so get ready. Anticipate campaigns that are based on guts and trust rather than just stats and speed. Nike is already releasing a commercial with Caitlyn and Sophie that was created specifically for them. One story, 2 teammates, and a message that transcends the court. Ads with a loyalty theme, behind-the-scenes videos, and, above all, meaningful merchandise will all be included. These days, you're not simply purchasing shoes. You're investing in something genuine and intimate.
Used to prove her worth on the court every single time she steps on the court. And with that, she had a huge impact on elevating her entire team yesterday.
You don't really get to be a dog and get to that platform where you get to bring a national title, the first one back to LSU, without having that type of mentality, that chip on your shoulder. And I feel like we have to let these young women be unapologetically themselves.
Indeed. The limited edition Sophie PE trainers will be available soon. Yes, exactly. A player's sneaker release is being directly linked to a teammate's contract for the first time in WNBA history. What a momentous event this is. The sneaker itself features a battle cry sewn on the heel and is designed in Indiana Fever colors with no backing down. You already know that as soon as those are released, fans will go after them.
Caitlin Clark running the show. Caitlin Clark running the offense, being the innovator of offense, the distributor of offense for the Indiana Fever.
However, Caitlin's constructing encompasses much more than just screen time and shoes. She is starting a mentoring program for girls in underserved communities, with a focus on those who enjoy basketball but lack access to coaches, courts, or even a secure playing area. And this isn't just a fast charity stunt that works for the camera. Behind the scenes, Caitlin has been discreetly working on this. She desires it to be extremely personal, local, and sustainable. It will include training, gear drops, clinics, and genuine one-on-one coaching from WNBA players, such as Sophie and herself. For more WNBA season 2025 updates, hit the subscribe button and like this video.